Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So we have a different setup because I'm not at home. I had to jerry-rig the camera up to something, so if it's not perfectly center or straight, I apologize. That would bother the shit out of me, so apologies in advance. I tried to make it as center and even and straight as possible. Okay, so we're going to do a pick a card reading for you today. I'll pull out an oracle card in a minute to represent each group, but I just wanted to show you these stones as well. So you could go by the stones or you could go by the oracle card that I'll pull. So the first stone is this purple beach stone. The second one is this beautiful white coral. And the third one is this orange, really smooth, interesting stone, I feel. Okay. These are general readings, so they may not resonate with you, but if they do, that's great. You can watch more than one. Let me know if they do resonate. I always love hearing how the readings are working with you. For those of you who are also readers, you will know that it is strange sometimes to be talking to nobody in front of you. So when you get the feedback, it's pretty interesting to see how little details that come through actually make sense for people. So if that happens, please let me know. It really does help me keep going with the channel and know that the messages are resonating. Okay, so let's get to it. Should we? Shall we? Should we? Okay. Oracle card for the first group, Spirit. These are just going to be general messages, not theme specific. Okay, Oracle card for the first group. We have Multiverse. Ooh. The stone goes pretty well with that card. And for the second group, Spirit Guides, Stillness. Wow, that's pretty cool, huh? Spirit must know that we're doing it this way, that you could see the visuals. Okay. And the third group. The third group, Spirit. This is so interesting, isn't it, guys? Okay, Destruction for the third group. So I'll put the timestamps below and you can go ahead and choose your group. Okay, group one, we have the Multiverse. So let's pull out your other cards and see what's going on. But right away from this card, what I'm getting is that you are being given access to multi-dimensional information. So many of you are gaining some kind of wisdom through spiritual ascension. You could be astral traveling, or maybe you're thinking about that or researching that. I'm seeing like a silver cord connecting somebody to their, I'm hearing desperate self. I was going to say sleep self, but maybe there's a sense of desperation in the 3D, a need to understand the greater mysteries of life you're feeling. I also feel like for some of you, you're given, most of you, I'm hearing, are being given access to another timeline. Okay. For some of you, it's like you're giving the opportunity to correct something on a previous timeline. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what we're talking about. Let's pull out the other cards and see, though. This could be a timeline in a past life, or it could be in this current lifetime. Spirit guides, angels, please guide me in this reading and deliver the messages that group one needs to hear for their highest good and the highest good of all. Interesting. If you've been on this channel for some time, I don't typically say those kinds of intention settings when the camera's on. So this might be a message for you that you need to set your intentions a little bit better. And I was almost going to say attention. So what you focus on is also going to be really important. Try not to get distracted, I'm hearing. Maybe that's for me. Okay, let's see. Ooh, dreams. Yeah, astral travel could be definitely something here. Wow. Group 1, this looks pretty interesting. We have connection here. I feel like you are connecting to a higher state of consciousness in one way or another. So let's get some more. I feel like we want some more oracle cards here. Well, let's go through it a little. Okay, we'll do the oracle cards. I don't know if you can see this, but this isn't my table, you know, but I'm seeing this little face here, and it's like, can you see that? It almost looks like two fangs here, and I'm seeing that right beside influence. I feel like there was somebody in your life here who was sucking your energy a little bit, or trying to suck your energy in some way, and that influence is what's ending. This is in the position of what's ending. Wow, that's pretty neat. I'm just noticing how off-center the cards are. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't really know what to do to fix that. Let's see here. Letting go. Burden, masculine energy, psychic development, past, present, future, guys, healing energy, ascension. See what I'm saying? You're ascending right now. Okay. So your current energy is the multiverse. You're being given access to other knowledge from other timelines, more knowledge, or I'm hearing other knowledge from other timelines. This is helping you let go of something. Let's see. Well, I feel like what it's helping you let go of is some kind of masculine energy that's been very influential in your life, because we have the sun depicted here for the letting go position and also showing up here. So masculine energy could be, of course, somebody that you were involved with, but it could also be a certain way of viewing the world. Maybe, I was going to say word there, maybe you're a writer, but a certain way of viewing the world, a linear way of viewing the world. It could also be a job that you were involved in, or a career that really required you to exert yourself. I'm hearing extreme force. The need to be right and be in control is another aspect you're letting go of in your life. There's a calmness that's about to be bestowed upon you, I'm getting. Okay, spirit guides, let's clarify here. Tell me more about this letting go. Son of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you were trying to get something going or moving in a certain direction, and you kept hitting a wall here. And it's not because whatever you were trying to do shouldn't be done or it wasn't meant for you. It's actually that you needed to make a different connection here to a different way of doing something. Tell me a little bit more. Mother of Swords in reverse. You're approaching something with a lot of facts and figures. You could have Gemini heavily in your chart here, or Libra, or any air sign, Aquarius. But if not, it's still, you're harnessing that energy of trying to figure out something rationally, collecting all the information that you need, evaluating things from a very logical standpoint, which isn't negative, but it wasn't the right strategy for this situation, or it isn't, depending on where you are in the timeline. You could have already figured this out, or maybe you're in the process of it. So you have to let go here a little bit. You have to let go of needing to get down to the bottom of something, needing to know the truth of something in order to really discover some kind of mystery. Interesting. I feel like when you let go of whatever this is, you're actually going to be given access to some other knowledge that does not have to do with this situation, but that is really important for you to know in your soul's development. This is a very kind of, I'm hearing privilege. You're being given the privilege to access some kind of spiritual wisdom here. 9 of Cups in reverse. Once you let go of what you think is going to make you happy, and you just accept the way the energy is flowing, things get a lot better here. Your idea of happiness has been in the past influenced by, I'm hearing volcanic character. I'm not sure what that is. Somebody here who was taking your energy. Now this could be a societal force. This could be somebody that you've been connected to. You're revisioning happiness and having a greater understanding of what happiness means. You could be letting go of some kind of ego-based desires here. Okay, so what's going to surprise you? Dreams and burden. Tell me a little bit more about the burden. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of reversed energy here. And what that means to me here, and I'm flipping to see if they're all reversed. And of course, the one that's upright is the High Priestess, right? Because that's what you are right now. That's what you're accessing. That's what you're developing. But the reversed cards, what that's telling me is that you're seeing things from another perspective with the multiverse. It's almost like a mirror image. You're seeing the mirrored image. So it's not, how do I say this? You're seeing things from a different perspective. The same situation from a different perspective. Okay, let's just leave that there. The work that you've been doing, it's really had an effect on your mental state. There's been a lot of indecision here, a lot of complications, perhaps not being able to get out of a certain cycle or wondering why something isn't coming in. For some of you, you've had a dream of what you want to do with your life and you haven't followed it. You've kind of been ignoring your dreams, like your passion, your goals, because you're trying to do something else first, or you're trying to get down to the bottom of something, but it's not working. So tell me, why is this going to surprise group 1? What's going to surprise group 1 when it comes to dreams? 2 of Cups. What you dream about, what you desire, in other words, from a soul space, not an ego place, but a soul. Your soul cannot forget or give up on this desire that you have for a certain way of living, a certain way of being, a certain way of connecting, or maybe even a particular path or person. That connection you have, that force, that stronghold there that comes from the heart, comes from the soul. I feel like it's going to materialize. It's going to actually come to be. You are actually going to achieve that, connect with that. You're going to manifest what you want here. When you let go of, but that doesn't make sense, and this needs to happen first, and I need to do this, the very rational, logical, planning kind of energy, once you get rid of all of that noise I'm hearing, Your soul is allowed to free itself, I'm hearing, from the cage of rationality. Interesting. And it's not necessarily that rationality and the soul are opposing one another, but you've just been going too far in the direction of the mind, overthinking something. Once you let go of all that, you do connect with what you dream about. Maybe even literally. It's meant for you. It's yours. And if you're not really sure what your dream is, then think about it for some time. How do you envision your life? What do you want your life to look like in a year, in 3 years, in 6 years, in 9 years? Who do you want to be around? What do you want to be doing? How do you want to be feeling? Dream those dreams, because you can have them. And don't let yourself get into that mode of, oh, this is, way too hopeful, way too optimistic. No, let yourself do that dreaming, because that's the process of manifestation. It's that belief and trust that that can really come through for you. Okay, what's ending? This little vampire dude here that's been influencing you with some kind of masculine energy. Okay, then the desire and the need to achieve something in a very particular way. Maybe this is being seen, growing something in a very rigid way. Tell me. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. A fear over not succeeding. It could be that you're doing things to avoid abandonment or to avoid financial loss. And the things that you're doing here, are making you restless. I'm hearing unmeditative. Unmeditative. They're getting you out of a meditative state, distracting you. The devil. Devil in reverse here. I do feel like you're going to let go of this energy. And that's how it's ending, by you letting go of it. You deciding that, hey, I don't want to be restless. I don't want to have to worry all the time if they're going to leave me, if I'm going to be alone forever, if I'm not going to make enough money. I'm just going to be myself and trust and believe that I do have access to the divine, that I am ascending, that, look, divine timing underneath that things are coming my way. I am connected to source here. Okay, let's see what's beginning. We have reflection. I really love this card. It's so beautiful. Reflection and psychic development. Let's find out what you're reflecting about here. What is group 1 reflecting about? What's the reflection? 5 of Swords in reverse. Tell me a little bit more. Ace of Swords. There's been some kind of obstacle, okay, in your life where winning and losing was really important. This could be at work, this could be in a family dynamic, it could be in love, but there was some kind of game being played here. Tell me about that. Son of Wands. There was ego involved in this situation. Could be your ego or someone else's. It's interesting though, because the ego here that was operating in this situation where there was a little bit of a game being played, actually what it was trying to do was to clear things up, to clarify something for oneself. See, there's a lot of, I need to understand what's going on here. I need to figure something out. But that was all the ego. Okay, so there was a fear of losing control, a fear of not knowing. But as soon as you release that, that's when you really open up to this intuitive space. You let things come in. Why is this not manifesting? I'm hearing, well, who cares? That's not the point for you to figure out why it's not manifesting. The point is for you to just carry on, I'm hearing. To go with the flow and not put yourself in a state of anxiety. Because as soon as you start saying, why not? The universe hears the doubt. And you block yourself here. Okay, so you're reflecting here on the role of your ego, maybe how you played a little bit of a game with yourself even. And once you do some shadow work, which is really what this is, and reflecting on other people's egos, this little vampire person, how they influenced you, maybe even this is an aspect of yourself, that's when you begin to develop your psychic intuition, psychic abilities even further. And this is when you gain that clarity that you seek. Mindfulness. There's a difference between being logical and being mindful, I'm hearing. And that's what's beginning, is mindfulness. Give me a little bit more here. Give me a little bit more. What's beginning with the psychic development, spirit guides? Changes. Yeah, it's like you see things from a different perspective. Feminine energy, amazing. What's ending? Masculine energy. What's beginning? Feminine energy. I feel like you become more in sync with the natural rhythms and cycles of the universe and your own life. Look at the spiral here. How cool is that? Truth underneath that with the Ace of Swords. You learn the truth of yourself, of a situation, of your purpose, of your path here. This is beautiful. So really this message so far, what it's saying is to let go of the struggle to figure out why something is the way it is, why it's not working. And I know that can be really tough, especially if you have an air moon, okay, or an air Venus. Anywhere really, air Mercury, anywhere really, whatever, wherever you have air, or even in a air house, it can be really hard. I was a child personally that always asked why. My parents would say something and I would say, but why? I have a Gemini moon and a Libra rising, so it's constant, and Gemini North Node, so it's constantly trying to find something out, the answer to something. But some things just can't be explained, and sometimes other people's explanations are not the truth. And the only way to figure out why and the truth of a situation is to come to it on your own by letting go and letting the universe show you. This has something to do with cycles, like I'm hearing moon cycles. Moon cycles. Maybe you're going to get a better relationship going with the moon and the moon cycles. You'll pay more attention to the full moon and the new moon and what that means for you, what sign the moon is in. Pay attention to those things. That could be useful for your psychic development. Okay, your advice. Accomplishment, past, present, future. I want to say dude here, which I don't say anymore. I used to all the time, but I don't. But I'll say it because I'm hearing it. Dude, okay? You have accomplished so much in your life. Okay, and Spirit wants you to understand that. Now, look at this accomplishment card. He's got a white rabbit. He's got some cards here. 2 of Cups. Interestingly enough, that's what the 2 of Hearts is. It's the 2 of Cups here. So he's a little bit of a magician. So you're manifesting. Okay, you are. Even if you can't see it right now, it will be accomplished. You will have it. You will have it. And there is something about a timeline here, past, present, future. Depending on your beliefs, it's like, I believe that we have multiple selves living simultaneously in like different dimensions. And sometimes we can access those selves and they provide us wisdom about different things that we don't know about in our current timeline. That's just my belief. And I feel like there's something like that going on. It's like you're accessing your past self, your future self, other selves in different dimensions and timelines. And it's like all of those selves are accomplishing something at the same time, some kind of ascension process. I want to read this accomplishment card here. The accomplished individual has achieved mastery of their art. Feats that may appear to come with ease have been honed through industrious effort and practice. It is through this effort, along with courage, strength, and will, that we are able to reach our highest goals. I feel like Spirit is saying you've already used courage, strength, and will with all this masculine kind of energy here, okay? And this sword energy. So you have to recognize that so that you can release that energy and bring in the feminine. Let's get some more cards on this. Give me more. Judgment. You are going to be reunited here with another aspect of yourself. I also feel like with whatever you've been desiring and dreaming about, it's almost like at one time you had what you desire, maybe in another lifetime, on another timeline. Father of Wands. For some of you, you've been feeling for quite some time that you don't have the energy to do something. Or you don't have the courage to do something. I'm hearing, and you're going to be re-gifted that. Also, people are going to, I'm hearing intimidated. People might be intimidated of you in the future. And that, for some reason, is a good thing. I feel it's like these kinds of people, these little demon people, you know, these little vampires. Some of you could be reconciling, reuniting with a fire sign, if that resonates for you. Tell me a little bit more here. Interesting. I was feeling like, why is this deck so small and the rest are mixed in here? What's this card? Ace of Cups. Things are being brought back into balance here, but it seems like that mirror image, something had to turn around to bring in something new. I'm hearing keep on going, keep your eye on the prize, but allow for change to come through. Allow yourself to dream the dream. Okay, let's see what you can manifest in the next 3 months. We have the moon and healing energy. Amazing. Tell me more. Whatever you've feared, you know, or didn't, that whole why, I don't know why this is going on, all of that stuff, as well as your fears and things in your subconscious, your shadow, etc. All of that, I heard etc. That is going to be healed here. And the reason why it's going to be healed is because you are actively welcoming that energy in. You're actively welcoming the unknown. You're surrendering, in other words. You're surrendering to the unknown. And that's what heals your fear of the unknown. With a person, with a situation, with your life, with greater questions about the universe. Some of you, this is only for some of you, very small few of you, you have a fear of death, okay? Or you've been thinking a lot about death. Not everyone, but some of you. Yeah. Maybe you fear some kind of karmic retribution for something you've done, for some of you. Okay, and you're going to heal that fear. If that's something that you've been concerned about, with the accomplishment card, you have cleared that karma. Okay, you've done something to clear it. You don't have to worry about that. With judgment coming in the upright as well over accomplishment, you're good. All right, you're good. Don't focus on that now. You know, if you continue to focus on that guilt, shame, fear, what have you, then it's like you're just bringing back that energy for a new cycle to begin so that you can learn how to release it, because you're not releasing it now. Do you know what I mean? So release it now. I'm also hearing Oliver. Okay, let's see. Justice in the upright now. Beautiful. Karmic balance. Karmic justice. Healing. Bringing together the shadow and the light. The duality. Beautiful. Masculine, feminine, everything coming into balance here. Okay, I want something to close. I have these shadow cards that I just got. They're pretty intense, okay? But I feel like you're a very strong person. Group 1, whoever's in group 1. So I'm going to pull a shadow card, and this is just advice from Spirit about what aspect of your shadow you could pay more attention to, that maybe you need to consider a little bit more. Okay, so take it if it resonates. If this part doesn't, don't worry about it. Spirit guides, what do you want to say to group 1 about the shadow? About their shadow. Regret. So perhaps this is what you're releasing, is regret. Or you're having a greater understanding of the role of regret in your life. It says, our existence on earth presents us with many opportunities. Some we take, some we pass up on because of fear or lack of clarity. Later, we may end up regretting the chances we missed. The road not taken may haunt us eventually as we imagine what could have been if we had gone that way after all. We start to ache for opportunities lost and possibilities unrealized. We question our decisions and create new scenarios in our mind. We blame ourselves for the lack of courage or short-sightedness. So if that resonates with you, Spirit wants you to know that you have achieved, accomplished many things on many timelines. So for some of you, you passed something up, but you didn't on another timeline. Okay? It's kind of hard to explain, but you haven't lost anything, is basically what Spirit wants to tell you. And you're reconnecting with something, maybe something that you thought you lost. Yes, for some of you, yes, you're reconnecting, reuniting with something that's meant for you that you thought you lost. Perhaps it's even a good feeling, a feeling of peace and tranquility, happiness. Whatever it is, whoever it is, I do feel like that is coming in, and it's coming in with this rejuvenated energy to bring in balance and healing. Okay, group 1, I love you so much. Thanks for listening. Okay, group 2 with this coral, and oh, no, interesting. Okay, maybe you want to watch group 3 because we had a little bit of a switch out there, but we have stillness. Okay. Group 2. What do you want to tell group 2, Spirit guides? Okay, let's get some more here. Let's get further. Ooh. some of you are moving, or you have recently moved, or there's something about that that's important. That's just for some of you here. Look, we're ending with ascension for what you can manifest in the next 3 months. Beautiful. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. Your current energy is duality and stillness. I feel like I'm hearing you're seeing the good and the bad of someone or a situation. Could even be something about yourself here. You're realizing there's 2 sides to a story. I'm hearing low-hanging fruit. For some of you, you are seeing something from a perspective you originally weren't willing to entertain, like maybe your ego didn't want to hear it. But for others of you, you're seeing the truth of something. It's interesting. Well, it's the truth both ways, but it's like you were too optimistic, and now you're really seeing the other side of it. And that, whichever one it is for you, okay, it came through in being still, in being quiet, in not pushing the energy, and not trying to get anything to happen. It's like you took a break, you released something, you decided that you would allow something to be revealed to you. I'm gonna change this so it's a little straighter for you and on an angle for me. I feel like that's a message there too. It's like something's straightening out for you and becoming a little bit more difficult for someone else. As you gain clarity and wisdom, somebody else is starting to get confused. Interesting. Okay, so tell me more about this duality and stillness. Mother of Pentacles. One more, Spirit Guides. Well, here's duality right here. And the Mother of Pentacles is pretty still. So this is about having confidence in who you are, knowing that you're secure. You can handle anything, I'm hearing. Let's read what this card talks about stillness, since you chose it. Life often seems to be in a never-ending state of motion, swirling with energy and boundless activity. Taking time to quiet the mind and allow moments of stillness can bring peaceful respite. Notice the still point between breaths as you bring awareness to nothingness. Some of you are taking a pause here in a relationship, with your work, something creative. You're having a pause, I'm hearing. Could be a vacation, but it feels more like I just need to stop for a little bit. I just need to stop doing this. I just need to stop. I'm hearing again. Okay. Some of you are feeling like you're at a breaking point with something, and you don't want to actually break it. Right. So you're stopping something, the energy. Tell me more. What are we talking about? The Star. This is beautiful. You have faith in the universe. You have faith that this situation, your life, all of it, you're guided. And if you don't have faith, you really should. Even if you've been through something difficult recently, you're healing from something, and this stillness is allowing you to heal. What's the duality? What's the duality? The High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant in reverse, and the Two of Wands. Interesting. So I'm seeing here, you're playing with this duality of intuition and like conventional established knowledge. So it's like you know some things about a situation or whatever, that you're doing. You know facts, you know something. You have tangible evidence of something, or tangible reasoning, or I don't know, something has been taught to you, or you've acquired something. But you understand that that's not the full picture. In order to get the full picture, this is kind of similar to group 1 a little bit. In order to get the full picture, you need to trust in divine timing, in your psychic abilities, and in your intuition. For some of you, you were working in a really kind of rigid, matrixy job, career, work environment, and you're understanding that there's another way to do things, a more intuitive and creative path for you. Maybe within the same career, or you could be getting an entirely new, I'm hearing awakening, spiritual awakening. For others of you, you're choosing to end a serious commitment here to something, because you're seeing the truth about what you need to do in order to heal. Okay. Let's see. What's going to surprise you? We have transformation and path. You're starting a new path. You're starting down a new path. You've had a transformation, okay? Like you're on the other side. You're not transforming. You have transformed. The Empress here. And you're going down a new path in your life. I'm hearing many have gone down this path before. So maybe that's something you need to know, that you're not alone, that your experience has been something others have gone through. Others have come out through the other side. You're supported here. 5 of Cups in reverse. Some of you have been pushing down some pain, some regret, some disappointment, some loss. Maybe some of you are even grieving something. And you haven't quite dealt with the feelings fully until now. And that's creating a transformation, a course correction, putting you back on your right path. Tell me more about this path, Spirit Guides. 9 of Cups. Beautiful. This is a path of happiness, possibility, creativity. I'm hearing emotional wealth. There's others on your path. I keep seeing this with these flags here, and then also the cups. It's like you're gonna meet others here. 6 of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This isn't a path about winning, accomplishment, being recognized, having financial gains or things like that. I mean, I'm not saying that's not going to happen in your life, but this transformative path you're on is really something that's going to activate soul connections for you. Not work connections, not superficial whatever connections. This is soul connection here. Yeah, Mother of Swords in reverse. You could have been dealing with people where you've had to have this harsh, kind of straightforward energy. I'm hearing throat chakra, where you really had to open your throat chakra and speak your truth and demand respect. And that's been a little bit rough, I feel. That's a hard energy to be in. Requires a lot of strength. Tell me more about this 9 of Cups. Father of Cups in reverse. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. This is a path here where you don't need someone to give you anything for you to feel emotionally fulfilled. You're not looking for validation. You're not looking for recognition. You're not trying to get someone to heal you, fix you. You're not doing that with others. This is like really mature. There's a shared vision, I feel, here. I need some more here, though. It's kind of like elusive, this energy. Tell me more about this. What's going to surprise group 2, spirit guides? Perception. You're connecting with other people here who have an entirely different perception about love, I'm hearing. Forgiveness. I'm hearing ascended masters. Okay, tell me a little bit more here. I want to keep digging into this. These could be guides you're connecting with, but I feel like they're actual people. Connection. Oh no, concealed, sorry. Got ahead of myself. Connection, concealed. Okay, so they're concealed. Yeah, there is something concealed here. Maybe I can't get further into it because we're not exactly there yet energetically. Something still needs to be accomplished here. Releasing some pain, perhaps, some anguish. It does feel like undercover, kind of. Like an undercover group. How do I say that? Maybe this is like grid work with other light workers. It's not necessarily, you know, I'm hearing drinks with friends on a patio. I don't know. Okay. It's not like that kind of connection I'm talking about. This is much deeper. Abundance. It's real abundance. Not material abundance. It's soul abundance. It's activation. It's doing some kind of work here. Okay, let's keep going because I feel like Spirit's getting a little agitated with me there. Okay. I'm hearing no. Okay. What's ending? Honoring your energy and harmony. I feel like you've been in this process of self-care, self-love. You've separated yourself from people or a person or a path here in which you felt that you were out of harmony with yourself, that you had low energy, and you've been spending some time in this cocoon, I'm hearing. Do we have transformation? Yeah, you've been spending this time in a cocoon, which I guess this kind of looks like to me in a strange way. And you've gone through a lot in this cocoon. You have honored your energy. You have reached the state of harmony. But it's like that process of doing that, that's what's ending. It's the process of doing that, which I feel like I'm hearing hallelujah. That's like, it feels good that that process is over because it wasn't easy. Some of you, this is only for some, you began putting yourself first for the first time ever. You're a very helpful person. You could have a lot of Cancer and Pisces in your chart. You don't have to, but it's like that kind of energy you've been accessing. You've been helping a lot here. I'm hearing Leo as well. 10 of Pentacles. Helping other people achieve things in their life. Helping other people honor their energy and reach a state of harmony. Harmony could be a name I'm getting for some. Or it's a name you want to think of, you want to consider as your own. I don't know what that's about. Tell me more what's ending. Tell me more. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, and the 3 of Cups in reverse. And the 2 of Cups. Some of you have been giving a lot of energy to other people. Could be a group of people, could be clients, could be students, could be colleagues, could be family members, friends, whatever, to feel a sense of closeness that you actually desire with someone else, I'm hearing. I don't know, that seems really specific. It's like you were trying to feel healing with a group of people, maybe healing from a relationship or healing so that you could enter a relationship. But those people are not the soul people that you're going to meet now. Does that make sense? Spirit always gives me these complicated narratives. Hard to articulate. Hard to articulate what I'm feeling here. And maybe this is also something that you felt with a bunch of people. It's like hard to articulate how you feel and what you want, what you desire. Maybe it was hard to articulate to yourself, but for others you were able to show them the way pretty easily. You could see how others could improve their life or help themselves, or even the positive qualities. You could really see that about other people when they couldn't see that about themselves, but you had a difficult time doing that for yourself. That's for some. Death. You are having that transformation. This is ending all of that energy there. I'm hearing empath overload. Okay? Let's see. What's beginning? Sacred space and decay. I am getting this, and it's so specific, so I'm trying not to go there, but I am getting this like you work with people, maybe like at a center of some sort, or I don't know, there's like some people that you help in some way. And it's like you created a sacred space for those people. But it didn't serve you with the decay here. That sacred, that wasn't really your sacred space. Do you know what I mean? It's like you created it for others. If that doesn't resonate, then what's beginning here is the creation of a real sacred space. And it's like in this sacred space, whether that's actually a room or a place in your mind or somewhere you travel, you know, takes the word space loosely here. It could be metaphorical. It's a place where you can go to let things die, I'm hearing, like let things end, transform. A place where you can release things. Tell me more about this. Two of Swords. This is a place that you'll find some peace. And I keep getting this thing about peace and the peace of decay, like the peace of ending something. Let's read what decay says. Consider the end of the life cycle where all living things return to formlessness. What was once succulent with life has reached a state of decomposition, soon to be dust. With respect and humility, relinquish that which has come to its natural end. I feel like you're setting up some place here for yourself where you're going to do that final release that I've been talking about, that transformation in perception that allows you to be still and to heal. And if you're not doing that now, then maybe you want to think about the creation of that space. And that could even be like a time, you know, I'm hearing from 9 to 10, I don't know, from 9 to 10, I create this sacred space for myself in my bedroom or in my mind even, or I go for a walk in the forest or whatever you want to do, whatever you feel is good for you. You create that space to be still and let things transform, let things go, let things die. Really address this 5 of Cups that you've been kind of like hanging on to, or like just need to release the last bit of it. Stillness, meditation perhaps. a place that of peace, which is one meaning of the Two of Swords. It can be that stillness, that peace of mind before, you know, taking action. Quieting your mind here, that's going to begin. Regardless of what you do, what's beginning is a stillness of mind. It's beautiful. Okay. Your advice: home and meander. I am getting like a travel vibe here, especially with the path that we saw earlier. Spirit wants you to think about what home means to you. Is home a space? Is home a feeling? Is home a place of transformation? Is it a place of stillness? What does home feel like to you? For some of you, home is movement, and it's traveling around and exploring. For others of you, home is that place of stillness. There's no right or wrong here, and that's what you need to know. There's no right or wrong in the way that you decide what home means to you. But you have to decide here to decide where the path is going. I'm hearing Daughter of Pentacles. Yeah. And maybe you don't know exactly where it's going, but you have to have a vision of where you want it to go. Some of you do need to move, okay? If that's something that resonates with you, you do need to move, because you are going to learn something. The place that you're at, if this part resonates, there's nothing here for you anymore in that place. I'm hearing dead energy. Okay, I don't know. You know, this is a general reading. Take what resonates. But you do need that movement here. The Chariot. See what I mean? Yeah, because I'm hearing the place you're in, you're losing yourself. There's something, this is a strong energy here for whoever this is for. You've really been thinking about, is this what I should do? You know, I feel like it's an emotional decision here, not something financial. It's like there's fear and worry involved in this decision, and Spirit wants you to overcome that and go and do the thing that your soul is telling you to do. I feel like you're scared of an ending here with that. You have to trust yourself. Yeah. Trust that you can survive this, that you will be able to do this. I want to, I know I'm doing a lot of reading, but I'm feeling guided, all right? Okay, let's look at meander. Like a quiet stream, we are on a slow and winding course. There is no rush to get to the sea, and in fact, we would miss too much if we hurried along in a straight line. We can allow ourselves to experience every turn, knowing we will reach our destination in due time. See, I feel like with the Page of Pentacles, it's like you are at the beginning here. You are making that decision. You don't know exactly where you're going to go. There is no straight path forward, no straight line forward. But you need to make that decision here to go. And it doesn't have to be all at once. You don't need to sign a lease tomorrow. You don't need to buy a plane ticket tomorrow. But you need to make that decision in your mind that that is what you're going to do. That's what I'm feeling here. And I'm hearing, and then the energy, the wind will just pick you up and take you. Okay, so you'll be guided here. If you're not thinking about moving, then I think that, you know, like moving around some energy is really useful for you at this time in your home. Something needs to be switched up. Something is not working here and is some kind of sacred space in your home. Okay, let's see what you can manifest in the next 3 months. Memory and ascension. I feel like this is past life knowledge. You're going to understand who you are, where you come from, what your purpose is, what you've done in past lives. You're special, I'm hearing. The moon. Ooh, I love this. The moon, and it came out in reverse. This is amazing. The mysteries of who you are will be revealed to you. Memories. You're going to regain, like, I feel like it's cosmic past life memory of your purpose. If you feel connected to a particular place in the world or a language, I'm hearing harmony again. Maybe your name was Harmony, I don't know, in another lifetime. There's something here. You might want to look at harmony, like the etymology of the word. Yeah, I'm going to do that too. I feel like that could be really interesting. But you're going to have some past life revelation type stuff going on here. Tell me more about the ascension. 6 of Cups. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're returning here to some kind of past life information that's going to allow you to move into a new cycle here with some kind of wisdom, knowledge here, cosmic wisdom and knowledge. So what does the group 2 need to know about that? What can they do? 2 of Wands. Choose your path. Choose this path of transformation, of soul connection, of getting out of the, the grind I'm hearing. Okay. Group 2, I hope that helped you. I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Hi, Group 3. Those of you who chose this orange stone and destruction. Let's see what spirit guides want to talk to you about. We'll get some more oracle cards and figure this out. I'm here. Okay. Relationship. Concealed. Wisdom. Fertility. And air. Okay. So right away what I'm feeling here, well, you already know, right? You already know that this relationship that is ending in your life or has come to an end, whatever it is, or needs to end, is serving a massive purpose here. It's part of your growth. The memories of this relationship will serve you well into the future, I'm hearing. Let's get more into it. Let's see what's going on. Spirit guides, thank you for this message. Please help us out here. It's all good. Duality, and then we had struggle as well. Truth. Self-love. Masculine energy with fertility, interesting. And movement into balance. Guys, there's forgiveness at the bottom. There's something that you've really wanted to know here, okay? You've really wanted to know the truth about something, and you are receiving it. But I'm hearing there's a difference between truth and wisdom. So let's use these ones. Your current energy is, it's all good with destruction. I've been reading the card that you chose, that the groups chose, so I'll go ahead and do that for you too and see what it says. The end of a known existence is at hand. After a fire clears a forest through annihilation and ruin, the ground is laid bare for new life. In time, there is a reorganization of energy and seeds take hold, beginning the cycle anew. Destruction of old systems may be required in order to rebuild. And that's exactly what's happening. And the reason why it's happening is because Spirit is trying to move you into balance here in your life with something. There is definitely some issue here around concealed truth, something not being clear in a relationship, that the energy that has been manifested from that situation, that's what needs to end, or that is what's ending. Is like the energy coming out of that worry, that I'm hearing animosity for some, that fear, that connection to what is the truth, what do they feel, I'm hearing all of that. The energy that's been stirred up from that questioning or that situation is being destroyed. But of course, energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transformed. And the way it's transforming is to lay a new foundation for you. This is why the memories will serve you, because it's like the, interesting. I'm getting it's like the memories will become the foundation for your wisdom. So whatever's gone on in this relationship, you're going to use the energy, you're going to, not use, I should say, transform, transmute the energy into something that is useful for you. Beautiful. That's what you want. So know that Spirit is clearly saying to you, whatever's being destroyed, or whatever's destructing in your life, know that it's all good. It's happening for a good reason for you. Some of you already know that. You're okay with it. You're okay with it being destroyed. You're okay with it getting out of your life. For others of you, this is obviously not going to be for everyone, but there was a strong sexual connection here I'm feeling, especially with this stone orange representing the sacral chakra. I feel like that's something that you need to consider insofar as how you've been tied to the energy longer than you desire to be. Let's go ahead and get some more here. For some of you, somebody just left you, okay, or you just left them. Like I'm seeing someone just drive away. I'm seeing a white car here, but it's like they just drove away, and it just, maybe this is a metaphor, and it destroyed everything. And what do you want to say about that? Two of Cups again. Yeah, the Eight of Wands. Strength. This is really going to give you so much strength. And I feel like for some of you it kind of sucks. Like it really sucks. Like it hurts. It feels not fair. But it's for a reason, okay? And if this feels too triggering, you don't have to watch it. You can click off, you know. Actually, I got these shadow cards here, and they're a little difficult, but I do want to pull one out to see what is being destroyed. Like there was a shadow element here in this connection, and I want to see what that shadow element is. What shadow element is transforming within you? Intolerance and insecurity. Yes, I'm still reading these. Okay. Every so often we have trouble accepting what's different. Beliefs, lifestyles, and behaviors that are foreign to us scare us or even offend us. We reject what we don't know out of fear or insecurity. When we stand on shaky ground and are unsure about ourselves, we defend whatever stability we may have. We reject blindly what is different and what questions our own belief system. We frequently blame and condemn without understanding or attempting to walk a mile in another person's shoes. I feel like this is somebody else's energy here. I feel like somebody was really intolerant of you, maybe judgmental, didn't understand where you were coming from. And I feel like this is what the struggle is. This is the pain. This is the duality. It's like, why can't you see things from my side? Okay, so, and the reason for this connection was for you to address some kind of insecurity. We are all part of the divine. We come to live our life equipped with what we need. But once we are here, we forget who we are. We forget what we are made of. We forget who supports us. Our self-acceptance and self-love plummet. We pay attention to what others say about us. We experience trauma, pain, loss, and fear. Life kicks us and pushes us down. We want to fight, but fighting is not easy. So we turn the blame inwards and we criticize ourselves. And certainly that's not going to be any better of an experience for you when somebody else is also criticizing you. So I feel like in this relationship, whatever relationship this is, somebody's very critical of you or was very critical of you, and you took that in, you know, maybe on a subconscious level or maybe consciously. You know, those criticisms got to you here and you blamed yourself. We often treat ourselves worse than we treat others. We put ourselves down. We lose our self-confidence and doubt our power. We stop seeing the divine in us. So those memories that you will retain from this relationship will serve you in the future when it comes to feeling secure and confident about yourself and knowing what you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate. This is really, it is really all good. This is so good. A lot of people don't learn this in their entire life. So even though it sucks and it hurts and it feels not fair, and it is difficult to work through, you will have this strength, wisdom, and knowledge that a lot of other people simply don't have in their lifetime, either because this is not their lesson for this lifetime, or because they refuse to learn the lesson. And here I see with the wisdom for what's beginning and self-love and wisdom, you are definitely going to ace this lesson. Okay, what's going to surprise you? I don't feel like we need any tarot on that. Concealed duality struggle. I feel like what's surprising you is the source of your struggle. It's like you're going to discover what you were really struggling with. And maybe it was insecurity, or maybe it was allowing other people to get away with things because you're empathic, or perhaps even a different reason. Tell me more about the struggle. Ace of Pentacles. For many of you, you tried to help someone. Page of Cups. See things from a more positive perspective, to feel happier about themselves, to feel joyful, to show them that life is limitless, life is full of positivity and magic. And I feel like that was part of your struggle, is this person would not accept your generosity, your positivity, your knowledge, your wisdom. They would not accept it. Okay? Maybe they were a person who was against spirituality. They're a kind of person, I feel, who's likes to think of themselves as someone who's independent, doesn't need anybody, doesn't want anybody. Whether that's true or not, I feel like it's different for groups of you. Like for some, yes, that's true. That person doesn't need anybody to help them out, maybe financially and things like that. But for others of you, it's this kind of insecurity that's really coming from them, that they say those things just because they fear getting close to others. They fear getting hurt. So this person here that you were dealing with, Their intolerance of you is actually a projection of their own insecurity. Tell me more about the struggle. And, well, tell me more about the duality here. Too many. See, this is like you not understanding why somebody won't accept your help, because what you had to offer was true, genuine wisdom. But there's something about not accepting, like you weren't able to accept that this person could not be fixed, could not be helped, could not be saved, could not be convinced otherwise. It was too hard for you to accept that. Why? Star in reverse, Sun, Death in reverse, Five of Cups, King. Okay, group 3, Three of Swords. I feel like this is almost like a personal reading here, because what I'm seeing is feels specific. It's like your light, your positivity, your optimism, your love for others, the world, everything, you know, that like beautiful light you have, it actually concealed some of your own pain. It's like you wouldn't allow yourself to feel angry or to feel sad or to feel, to process trauma. You just went forward. Whatever happened to you in your life, you just kept going. You just stayed positive. You always trusted. You always believed, and that's beautiful. But there was something you needed to process. And by trying to help someone else, so what I'm feeling here is you're going to understand that you were trying to help yourself too. And that's really what it was. And the resistance you were receiving from that person was like a reflection of your inner resistance to address some of those unprocessed pains, traumas, things in childhood and shit like that that just hurt, you know, and that we were just told we need to keep going, or nobody acknowledged, nobody saw, or maybe even in a relationship. This connection, this relationship is really bringing about all of those things. Even if this is with a parent, which it could be for some of you, it's like the discord you have in this relationship is allowing you to process things you've went through in romantic relationships, or vice versa, right? You know, apply it how you need, but you're going to have a big understanding here of what needs to be healed within you to bring you to a place of understanding your emotional investments in others, I'm hearing. Wow. This is like, for those of you who are receiving this message, and there's going to be some who don't want to hear this, and for others you just don't resonate, and that's cool. But for those who are receiving this, this is like really a big healing that's going to happen for you. A big part of you that needs to be reconciled will be reconciled. Okay, what's ending? Relationship and truth. Tell me more about the truth. Eight of Cups. Some of you were having a very hard time accepting that something was over, whether you ended it or someone else. And one of the ways in which that manifested, the trouble in acceptance, right, of this being over, is you trying to search for the truth of why someone walked away or why you walked away. Or the truth of the relationship when you were together. Was this true? Was this, you know, all of that. That was just You not really seeing things for what they are, I'm hearing. How do I say this? Hanging on to this relationship, this end of the relationship, whether that's hanging on in a good or bad way, you know, maybe it's negative feelings you were hanging on to with this, whatever it is, or the hope that you would come back together, you know, hanging on to it was really a way for you to avoid looking within and finding out what needs to be healed. And that's like a very delicate thing to say because, yeah, I have compassion here for whoever this is resonating with, because I've been here myself. And there's times in that journey where if somebody told me that, I'd be like, fuck you, you know? And I feel that a little bit. But once you realize the core of the wound is within yourself, and really that this person was only the catalyst for your own healing, you really do heal. You really do gain the wisdom of self-love. And you are going there. You are going there. Okay, so what's beginning? Wisdom, self-love. Bam. Could you ask for anything more? You know, that's awesome. 7 of Swords in reverse. Exactly. Not lying to yourself anymore. Confessing a truth to yourself about yourself because you love yourself. And when you love someone, you don't lie to them, right? And so if you love yourself, you don't lie to yourself. Tell me more about the wisdom. 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups in reverse, and the 4 of Pentacles. For many of you, you relied on outside energy to feel that love. For many of you. And you're letting go of that. For others of you, you're understanding that love is really tricky, and you can't rely on one person to fulfill, or to fill, I should say, all your cups. What I mean by that is, like, sometimes we want a best friend. Sometimes we want intimacy, physical intimacy. Sometimes we want a parent figure, a parental figure, or we want a teacher, and we want all of those things in one person. We want our partner, our romantic partner, or whoever, our parent, our best friend, to whatever, to fulfill multiple cups. And they're just one person, and they can't do it all. So we need friends, and we need family, and we need, you know, maybe a therapist, or we need a tarot reader, or we need, you know, we need different avenues of support. One person cannot be everything. Not only can they simply not be that, like it's not possible, but it's also dangerous to yourself to believe that that is possible. Because when that person leaves, or things start going haywire, well, you've placed all your chips on one person, right? So you lose everything, or at least that's how you feel. And so now you're wise enough to know that you can't expect everything out of one person. You can't expect them to understand you totally. You can't expect them to, I don't know, do all the things you want them to do, or be all the things you want them to be. That's not realistic, because you also cannot be all those things for one person. And I feel like you tried here a little bit. Some of you tried to get someone to see life from a more optimistic point of view, and you couldn't do it. And that hurt, but it wasn't your job. That wasn't part of your role in this connection, you know? You could not do that. Do you know what I'm saying? All right. However, you can fill all your cups. So I feel like you're learning that too. Let's get one more of these. For what's beginning, spirit guides? What's beginning? Support, water, emotional support. And I feel like this is your higher self here, from yourself. Harmony. Beautiful. That support is self-love, wisdom, your spirit guides, your higher self, you. You're supporting you. Okay, I'm hearing you're securing you. Your advice. Fertility and masculine energy. Okay, so masculine energy is like really taking charge here, making things grow, making things happen. Whatever has been waiting to be birthed, born, you're going to actually make that happen. The seed has been planted and now the sun comes out and it begins to grow. You know what I mean? Right? So Spirit is saying, make that shit grow. Make that thing grow that you've been wanting to do in your life. Soul ascension. Bringing things into balance. Having a new path. That career. Whatever it is you've wanted to grow. Start. Do it. You can do it. You can do it. Okay, let's see. Oh, lovely. 9 of Cups. Now's the time for happiness. Rest, peace, peace of mind, healing, filling your own cups. That's what this card means. It's a 9. It's about you. It's not about looking for it elsewhere with the 10. You know, it's not about other people making you happy. It's about you making you happy. You growing things for yourself. Tell me a little bit more. Oh, damn, this is so good. The High Priestess. The High Priestess is associated with like being alone, and I'm not saying you're gonna be alone, but this is saying enjoy yourself. Enjoy your solo path, even if you're in a relationship, whatever ways you do things alone, enjoy that. It's like you don't need anybody there in whatever way that means. You are self-sufficient. Your wisdom of yourself will bring you happiness. Knowing yourself really well will bring you happiness. I'm hearing yes and no compass. It's like you're going to know your boundaries, what you want to say yes to, what you want to say no to. It's going to be really easy for you. You're going to protect your happiness as well. And you also won't, or the advice is don't feel the need to showcase how happy you are to others. There's no need for that. The High Priestess only says what's necessary. And with wisdom and self-love, I feel like it's a quiet self-satisfaction rather than look at me, I'm doing so well. When you display those kinds of acts of like I'm thinking about social media, and you see people posting all these, and you know this, right? All these images of like a wonderful life. If you're tapped in and tuned in and you have some wisdom, you know that's an overcompensation for some kind of hidden pain, right? When somebody spends so much time curating their image as this happy person, you don't need to do that, because it's not about external validation. It's all about you with you. And that's beautiful. Which doesn't mean you can't share now and then, but you know what I mean, like the excessiveness of that image. Okay, let's see what you can manifest in the next 3 months. Movement into balance and air. Your mind is going to become very balanced. I feel like even the feather here, it's like a lot of thinking. Okay, maybe you've been having some insecure thoughts, or there's just some stuff about the truth here. Thinking has been kind of clouded, or there's been some problems around that for you in whatever way. But your thoughts are going to become balanced with your emotions. Oh, any kind of overthinking is ending here. What can group 3 manifest? Oh, guys. That's coming into balance. This could be you with you, but of course it could be you with someone else that you could manifest in the next 3 months. Somebody who acknowledges you, who respects you, who appreciates you, and who wants to work with you. Tell me more. No conflict here, no competition, no strife. Yeah, guys. When you find peace and healing within, and you're in this place, when you're in this place, okay, of wisdom, self-love, 9 of Cups, High Priestess, 4 of Swords, this is when true love comes in. True happiness and love. Somebody with honor, integrity, somebody who wants to be balanced with you, doesn't want to have more power, more control, doesn't want to judge you, all that shit, you know? Doesn't want you to fix them, etc. That's when it comes in, when you're balanced like that. And this, like, it's happening. It's happening, guys. I love this for you. For some of you, and I feel like for most of you, there's love here. And if you're in a connection right now, then I feel like that's only going to get stronger between the two of you, because you can bring more love into the situation because you love yourself more. Do you know what I mean? But if you're single or you're not with anybody, I definitely see that coming in here, the opportunity for love, like a balanced love. I'm hearing that is real. Okay, group 3, I love you so much. I hope that helped. I'll see you next time.